How are we all? Hope you guys are all having a good Handsome, lay down. Lay down. Down. Not doing this. Good morning. So it is about 6:20 in the morning right now, and this morning I thought I would kind of walk you through, I guess, my morning routine. It's also kind of more of like a how to make the best of your morning. So I've been making some changes, and I've mentioned this quite a bit recently, to my morning routine and the things that I'm doing and the things that are working. So I'm kind of going to show you some of it. I'm also going to talk you through some of it, and hopefully you guys can kind of figure out what works best for you. So my first tip is actually starts at night. The first two start at night. So I try to have a like detox time at night where I can just unwind. So no scrolling. Like if I'm not into a TV show at the time, I will try to limit that laptop time. But I really try to put my phone across the room. So that was like one of my big things, is to really give myself time to unwind so that you can de-stress and not take that into the morning. Might be trash day, guys. You never know in this neighborhood. So taking the time in the morning or at night to really just have time away from your phone, have time away from where you're constantly being pulled at and tugged at. So I woke up about 40 minutes ago. I normally get up at about 5:30. I think I got up at about 5:45 today. So, and I'm just now grabbing my phone. So that's one of the things that I do for myself at night, is to kind of stick it away, but then to also not really have it first thing in the morning, so like I'm not grabbing it and dealing with that. And that comes along with another tip of planning out your day a little bit. Now, I'm not saying you have to plan it like crazily, but one of the things that helps me not have to mess with this in the morning is that at night, sometimes it's in bed, sometimes it's in this chair, I will go through and I just kind of block out my day. So I will write in everything that I need to work on specifically this morning for like time window. So like I have 2 hours dedicated this morning to editing blog posts for next week. Now for me, one of the big things that I've made in my morning routine is that I have really made it an intentional to start working in the morning, because my house is the quietest then. I feel like my caretaking side plus this, it's a lot easier for me to really just be in the headspace and to knock out a bunch in that quiet time in the morning. So that is what I've been doing. But obviously pick whatever works for you. But the biggest thing here is that I go in with a like game plan. Like I'm not kind of winging it. I have an idea of what I need to get done, and I can kind of go in with that structure and that mindset, and I'm prepared to kind of tackle the day. But one of the other tips for nighttime, and sometimes this works during the day too, kind of depends on how you want to do it, is I often use my blue light glasses. I don't have them right now, or I've installed Flux on my computer. So Flux is a program that gradually changes the lighting color, so you're getting less blue light, which is known for kind of can mess with your melatonin levels, so you aren't, you know, having the proper like sleep rhythm that you really want. So if you are going to be looking at, you know, some kind of screen, something later at night, if it's your laptop, I would suggest installing Flux, because that really helps. If it is like, I know my Kindle has some kind of blue light to it, so I try to use my glasses, but I also try to just leave my phone, so that doesn't tend to be one of the things I'm scrolling with. First 3 tips, I'm gonna walk through these somewhat quickly. So tip number 4 is to do a little bit of movement in the morning. Now obviously I'm sitting in this chair right now. One of the things that has been different for me in like trying to get a new morning routine is there was some trial and error with it, and I originally thought I was going to be one of those people who like went to the gym first thing and that was what I did. But I found that I like my gym routine in the afternoon. I have been getting back into the routine of intermittent fasting. So for me, I like to work out when I have something in, like I've eaten something. I don't really enjoy working out fasted. I feel like I am more tired throughout the day that way. So I tried doing the whole gym thing in the morning, but with the way traffic is and everything is happening, I felt like I just lost way too much of my day. So obviously moving for me is a little bit different. That means sometimes I do a 30-minute yoga session in the morning. Sometimes I just do a little bit of stretching, but because I know that I'm gonna like start working and kind of go into that little bubble, I try to make it a point to move. Now that's just really to get the blood flowing, to kind of wake you up in the morning, because I'm not drinking coffee immediately. Because my next tip is to make water an essential part of your routine. So for me, I try to down as much water as I can in the mornings, mostly because I'm still fasting right now, and secondly because I'm thirsty. I find that if I do drink a bit more water in the morning, that I'm really not as hungry as I think that I am. I tend to be a bit more thirsty. So I've been breaking my fast anywhere between like 9 and 10:30, depending on the day, depending on how hungry I am or what's going on with my schedule. But if I can push it closer to 10:30, I like to push it closer to 10:30. And the way I do that is to drink a lot of water. So really hydrating yourself for the day, you will feel better. It will help flush everything out of your body. It's just gonna set you up for a better tone for the day. You probably are gonna feel, you know, like I feel poofy and sticky and like I can't move when I don't drink enough water personally, and my skin shows it. So add your water into your morning routine. And then my last tip of the morning for building your better morning routine is going to be to give yourself some quiet time. Now this might mean meditation for you, this might mean having a quiet time for you. You'll see me having my quiet time this morning. I do something a little bit differently every day as far as what I'm reading in my quiet time. But the biggest thing that I've learned in recently about like changing my mornings and really making my morning routine work for me is that I'm doing the most that I can to give some of that time back to myself, that I'm really utilizing it to invest in me. So getting quiet, drinking water, taking some time to stretch, those are all big helpers for me. I moved like I said, I moved my phone across the room. I also invested in, you would have seen the sunrise light. So it means that I'm like not immediately getting dragged into all of this, but it's just a gentler way to wake up. I really like waking up to the sunlight, but obviously with the current state of our life, I have invested in curtains because I have no trees to hide behind, so I have no privacy. So curtains are very helpful and I love them, but I love waking up to that natural light, and having a sunlight lamp really helps me. So finding ways to really give back to yourself and feel like you're making your morning routine about investing in you, so that you can kind of go out and invest in others. So that might mean that you're waking up and painting for an hour. That might mean you're waking up and writing for an hour. That might mean you're waking up and reading for an hour. Whatever works for you in your morning routine, or something that you feel like you want, that like you want to invest in yourself, you want to give yourself that time, you kind of want to, I think as Laura Vanderkam describes it, it's kind of like, you know, that motto, paying yourself first. With your paycheck and putting things in savings, you want to pay yourself. So I would say I've pretty much completed what is essentially my morning routine. Now I do have a blog post today about healthier habits for the new year, and I did mention in last week's blog post that I have been drinking juice in the morning. If you're watching this around the time, if you're up with the vlogs, not awake enough yet, sorry guys, you'll know that this week I've had a bit of a stomach bug. So I don't know if it's like a full-on stomach bug. My stomach's been quite sensitive, so I haven't had juice because of that. But normally I would either have my water or I would have a juice in the morning. I just really try to focus on the hydration and then maybe move on to the coffee. So we'll see if I do coffee. A lot of times I try to wait to do coffee until I have eaten something and kind of breaking my fast and all of that at the same time. But who knows? We'll see. So yeah. This little guy is snoozing. If you would have seen me make my bed and it bugs you that it's not even, it's because I can only really make it whenever he decides he wants to get off of it. And I don't like to make him get up or do anything he doesn't have to do. Why should he? If he wants to sleep, he should be able to sleep. So yeah, but that is all I have for you guys today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this kind of helps motivate you for your morning routine, and maybe you can find some new ways to invest in yourself or feel like you're making the most of your routine. I personally haven't really had a morning routine until recently, and it just really helped ground my day and helped keep me motivated and helped me really focus in on the things that I personally have as the top 5 goals of the year for me. So it's been a game changer. I'm really loving using my bullet journal again. It's just kind of helping guide my day. And yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, give it a like, because it really supports my channel. And I will be back with a new video on Thursday. Should be a new vlog. So